When you're ready to use Asana to manage your projects, the very first step will be to set up your account. Just remember, if you happen to be the first person in your organization to create an Asana account using your company email address, the organization will be created for you in Asana. If you're not the first person, no problem. You'll set up your account using the same company email domain, and you'll join the existing organization automatically. Now, there are a couple of different ways to create your account. One, you can come to asana.com and find the Get Started button down in the bottom left or top right-hand corner at the time of this recording. Or two, you might be invited by someone who's already using Asana in the organization to join an existing team or project, in which case you'll just receive an email with a link, and clicking that link will take you through the steps of creating your Asana account if you don't already have one before adding you to the team or project you are invited to. Now, I've already gone through the process of creating my account here in Asana for our fictitious organization, Landon Hotel, using an email address that finishes with @landonhotel.com. So I'm going to take you through the process of another Landon Hotel employee creating their account here from the asana.com website. If you're following along, you'll be prompted for information about you, but also about what you want to use Asana for. So it's always a good idea to have some kind of team in mind and possibly a project as well that you might be wanting to work on when you come here to create your account. So we're going to check it out by clicking one of the Get Started buttons. The very first step is to add your company email address. You can see in the field, there's some grayed out text, name@company.com. So it's prompting us for a company email address. If we type in a personal email, like a Gmail or Yahoo email address, we won't be creating an organization. Remember, it's just a workspace, and we won't be able to set up teams. It's more for working on your own personal projects. In our scenario, we're working at landonhotel.com, and someone named Jennifer Veladonner is going to join Asana so she can work with some of the team members already in Asana on various projects. So she'll type in her work email address, jveladonner@landonhotel.com. When she clicks Sign Up, look what happens. She'll get a message indicating that an email has been sent to that email address and she needs to verify it. So if we switch over to her Outlook account, sure enough, there is an email from Asana indicating she's almost there. She just has to click this button to verify her email address. So clicking it is going to take her back to her default browser, open up a brand new tab in Asana, which means we can go back and close the previous tab. And it's busy now getting ready to set up her brand new account. There's the welcome message, there's the email address, and now the prompt is, what's your full name? So this will be part of her user profile. So it's Jennifer Veladonner, and now she'll set up a password that has to be at least 8 characters long. Notice we don't see what we're typing when we type in the password. Unless you come over here to the very far right, you can click that eye icon to see what you're typing if you prefer that. Clicking continue now will take her to the next step, a little bit of information about herself. So what's her main goal in Asana? You can see one option is she might be the first from her team in Asana and wants to see if the tool is right for the team. The other option is that she has teammates that are already using Asana and she wants to find them and maybe join their projects. We're going to go through the process of wanting to check this out if it's right for us. Now we click continue to go on to the next step. Notice we're still being prompted for information. What kind of work do you do? Clicking the drop-down will list a number of different categories: marketing, product design, operations, sales. There's HR and IT down there, and general project management down at the bottom. Let's say that she's going to be working on employee onboarding and maybe an orientation team, that kind of thing. So she'll go with HR and click continue. Now you can see she's being prompted for her main objective in Asana. And it won't limit the possibilities here in Asana. It'll just help her get started. Project and process management, personal task management, portfolios, or management. We're going to go with project and process management to plan projects, coordinate tasks, and hit deadlines. That's going to be our scenario throughout this course. Notice there is an option to say you're not sure yet, so nothing's going to happen here. You can see a preview of a potential product marketing launch and what it might look like. So we'll click Continue with Project and Process Management. What's something you and your team are currently working on? So maybe it is onboarding for new employees. So we'll type in employee onboarding and click Continue. At this point, you might want to add some tasks. What are some of the tasks that you have to do for employee onboarding? I can think of one right now. I'm going to type in orientation and click Continue. We can always go back and add these once we've entered Asana and start working on our projects. How would you group these tasks into sections or stages? Check out the preview over here on the right. You can see to do, doing, and done are the three categories. So how would you group these tasks into sections? I think I'm good with those. Just click Continue. And now we're prompted for a layout that works best. And you can see we get a preview as we click these tiles. Do you like a list of tasks? Do you like to see them in a calendar, on a board? Or do you prefer a timeline so you can get a feel for the order and when things need to be done and in what order? I'm going to go with list for now. We can always change this later and click Continue. At this point, if we wanted to, we could start inviting people even before we get into Asana. Notice all we have to do is start adding email addresses, all ending with @landonhotel.com. Of course, we could also add people from outside the organization, but we can do that after the fact. We don't have to do any of it now. I do want to invite one person, though, Dahlia Landon at Landon Hotel. So I'm going to type in her email address here, dlandon@landonhotel.com. Take me to my project. You can see is going to do exactly that. We arrive at Asana, and we already have a team here, employee onboarding, and we also have a project underway. Notice that you're getting a 30-day free trial, which gives you access to many of the paid features in Asana. You can close this up, check out Teams, there's HR, and there's our employee onboarding project. So we're already underway with a team and a project just by setting up our account here in Asana.com.